Hello, Eternum, and welcome to KOTT News, Eternum's #1 source for news. And this is the War Report. Dynamic change in the history of Eternum last night as the Syndicate members of Freshbench re-secure the northern observation posts of Morningdale. KOTT News were on the scene in Grey Vale and spoke with company leadership about the outcome. Thug, care to say a few words about your victory tonight?
John, would it appropriate if I shared a short haiku I wrote for
I am
celebration
always willing to hear one of your wonderful pieces of poetry. Please.
Morningdale, our claim, victory in MD's name, the world we proclaim. It's a haiku, so it's short, John. So.
Well, do you mind if I discuss it a little bit? It is over in a moderate amount of time. Pretty reasonable fight as you two forces went go head-to-head against each other. Moved over into Alpha, secured the point down by the river. Transition into Fort Face was pretty rapid, and then into the fort and onto the ramparts, able to control the high ground, and then one dive onto the flag to control the point. Was there anybody out there who stood out in your efforts tonight?
Most of the people were standing, John. Some of them running, but standing certainly was one of their decisions to make. Didn't see anybody sitting or dancing. Yeah, they all really stood out there in the field for the fight.
Now, I noticed that there were some fresh names in your Mercenaria lineup tonight. I recognize some named names, as we'd say, but there were some fresh names out there as well. Anybody out there that you might think you might be bringing back to the roster in the future as well?
Well, goodness, John. Our name being Fresh Bench, the bench is always fresh with new names. Yeah. And there's always a deep to pull from. Indeed. Well, you think you might have one defense, maybe two defenses in you before the rules of armed conflict change in the upcoming weeks? Will you be able to hold them off with a 40-man roster? I think we'd be just fine, John. I'm not terribly concerned about the attack. We'll be fine with the defense. So yeah. Do you want another parting haiku? I've got one more for you if you'd like.
Oh, please.
New dawn in Morningdale, our triumph shall prevail. Victory's tale we regale.
An unfortunate breach in Ebonscale last night in the final moments as corruption invasion forces destroy critical infrastructure. Citizens interested in assisting in relief efforts are encouraged to stop by the Fortunes Crossing mission board for assigned repair tasks. KOTT News would like to remind its subscribers and those who are about to be that the 3rd annual Festival of the Campfire begins tomorrow. Be sure to return to where it all began, set your campfire, and mingle with the citizens of the island as we reminisce on what we've all been through so far. Turning to the weather for today, and it's going to be a pleasant afternoon of sunshine for hamlet repairs in Ebonscale. But citizens in Monarch's Bluff should be prepared for the corruption invasion forces to continue their swath of destruction along the western coastline. No submissions for simulated fantasy combat resolution tonight as the great houses of the island prepare for the Great Campfire Festival. But we'll have any late-breaking outcomes and reactions from the citizens tonight at 11. Until then, this has been War Correspondent JChalant, KOTT News.